guys, and welcome back to the home of FPL videos. The game is live. We are back in business and ready to take on another season of FPL. In this video, I'll take a look at some of the standout price reveals, some reclassifications, and what this could mean for our teams and some crucial game updates too. First up, let's talk price reveals. We had an exciting day of price reveal after price reveal yesterday. Let's delve into some of the standouts and some of the reclassifications going into the new season. So let's start with the City boys, KDB and Sterling, both coming in with a price tag of 11.5 million. KDB weighed in with 13 goals and 23 assists last season, while Sterling had 20 goals and 6 assists last season. This price tag will likely see us having to choose between the two, especially as you'll see midfielders are the big talking point for the start of this season. Now remember, before you go lavishly filling your team with City players, there is a chance that City will blank at the beginning of the season due to their involvement in the Champions League. So it's going to be interesting to see how managers will navigate this one. Whilst we're at City, it's worth noting that Foden has had a price rise, and rightly so, and is now 6.5 million. And Aguero has had a big downgrade from 12 million at the start of last season to 10.5 at the start of this season. Absolute bargain when he's fit. Another debate we'll face in midfield, as always, is Mane versus Salah, but this season even more so based on their equal price tag of 12 million. Last year, Mane came in cheaper than Salah. This year we'll have to decide if Mane's 18 goals and 10 assists to Salah's 19 goals and 10 assists is worth the same price tag. Either way, ownership-wise, it'll be risky business to start without either one of them. At United, we've seen a massive shake-up. Bruno was our first price release from United, and his price tag of 10.5 million seemed fitting, giving his 8 goals and 8 assists in 14 game weeks. Though there's been some big reclassifications here. Rashford and Greenwood are now midfielders. Rashford is 9.5 million and Greenwood 7.5 million, meaning managers will need to decide if Bruno's penalty duties and all-round involvement is worth the jump in cash from Rashford's 17 goals and 8 assists and Greenwood's 10 goals and 1 assist. Martial, with his 17 goals and 9 assists at 9 million up front though, could be a nice price tag. However, we face the same dilemma here, as in United may also miss the start of the season, so we may well have a bit of a head scratcher on our hands with this one. Chelsea had a strong project restart with 7 wins out of 9, and with a big signing in Timo Werner, we were all on tender hooks to catch his price tag. The former RB Leipzig man entered the FPL at 9.5 million, and I have to say, FPL managers, if he takes to the league well, with his Bundesliga total of 28 goals and 8 assists of last season, this could be an excellent price. Pulisic also made a stir on social media yesterday. Enough said about that. If you want to know a bit more, go check out my social media. At 8.5 million, managers will need news of his injury before placing him in. That said, if fit, Captain America with his 9 goals and 8 assists will be serious consideration. The question will be, will Werner ahead of him make him unavoidable for FPL managers? There's been a massive shift in the pricing of midfielders from forwards. Our highest priced forwards are Aguero and Kane at 10.5 million. Our golden boot winner Vardy has understandably had a price rise. His 23 goals and 7 assists placing him in the 10 million bracket, just below Kane and Aguero. This shift is a big one in FPL. Official clearly placing extra cost on midfielders with the potential of more points. In previous seasons, top strikers were close to the prices of top midfielders. I think this change will see managers leaning more to spending more in midfield, leaving them to hunt bargains up top. And there is some good middle-tiered price options up front now for us all. Ings at 8.5 million still looks good with his 22 goals and 2 assists of last season. Jimenez with his 17 goals and 7 assists in at the same price tag. Wood remains a possible good budget option at 6.5 million. And there's also been some other reclassifications of note that could take managers' notice. Obviously, we mentioned Martial earlier in the video, and I've noticed Antonio is now a forward at 6.5 5.5 million. Red hot form at the end of last season. Who could forget his 4 goals against Norwich City? Richarlison is now a forward also at 8 million. Not sure on this one, he's always a fixture specific player for me. If his run is good, I'll consider him. He got 13 goals and 5 assists last season. Pope's rise to 5.5 million had a mixed reaction yesterday. His rise from 4.5 million at the start of last season had some managers on social media put off by the extra million initial outlay, despite his 120 saves and him being the highest goalkeeper point scorer in the game last season. Trent was by far the highest scoring defender in FPL last season with 210 points. I did think they might make him a midfielder this season, just as they did Lord Lundstrom. They've raised his price by just 0.5 from the start of last season, and any seasoned FPL manager knows we class Trent as a midfielder in our teams regardless of his official classification. So with 4 goals and 15 assists, I guess most of us will be happy to pay a midfielder price tag of 7.5 million. When we look back at the start of the season, of all the prices and reclassifications, Aubameyang will be the player that will be noted as the big ticket change. He's gone from a top scoring forward with 22 goals and 5 assists to a highly priced midfielder. We're yet to see him sign a new contract at Arsenal. However, if he stays and repeats his form of last season, he would have in excess of 230 plus points as a midfielder, putting him above Mane and fighting toe-to-toe with Salah. I mean, that has to be taken notice of. Okay, so now we've covered the big prices and reclassification points, the main big change to the game is the deadline. Our deadline is now 90 minutes before the games start. This will put an end to any early team news and means that you'll have to set those Saturday alarms a little earlier if you want to make any last minute changes with any early weekend kickoffs. So make sure you're hot on that one, managers. There's also been another change to one of our chips this season. From what I can work out, the first wildcard needs to be used from the start of the season to 16 and the second from game week 17 onwards. This is a difference from an equal split in the game weeks and means we have a shorter period in which to use our first wildcard. It means that the second wildcard is available for the opening of the January transfer window. And that's it, you guys. I hope you've enjoyed my first video back. It's been great. I'll be back soon with some more pre-season content, and keep your eyes open on my social media channels for any updates. Links are in the description below. Please let me know what you think of all the prices and reclassifications and the game changes, and please don't forget to like and subscribe. Until next time, Nymphrya out.